worm inside music correctly. Not sure why it's playing battle music, we're not in a fight. Looking at the battle log a little bit closer, it seems like the reason we took so much damage from the worm was because it does acid damage. Not really because of the physical damage it does. Meaning, rather, I can protect myself easily now. I'm giving him acid protection. Let's have the amulet, provides 20 protection. I have the iron stone from element. Let's go.
We have no choice. They must be eliminated.
Digestive fluids. We fight against digestive fluids. Yeah, they're like puddings or slimes.
Stand your ground, friends. We have no choice. They must be eliminated.
I'm trying to see what the weapon might be able to fit here. Not sure I wish to use for ranged weaponry.
My weapons will do me no good here.
Yeah, ineffective. And I can't see shit, so light please. And I can't still see shit. Half-digested corpse. Broken sword. The weapon has been broken partway up the blade. It's pretty worthless. Well, hello. Scimitar of a Hill Comet. Attack bonus fire damage. It's a decent weapon. Shield of acid resistance. Right. Interesting concept. Again, not a big thing, but I think this might still be the first time I've ever seen something like this done. You might be getting swallowed by some kind of a monster or have an adventure inside one, but not after you've already fought it.
We have no choice. They must be eliminated.
Wonder if there are more of them. That would be a problem. I'll keep the acid protection amulet on him. Just in case there are more. I'll just switch to a shield. Right. Is the worm the only thing here? Really looks like it. I think our next opponent is gonna be the sandstorm. There's clearly a wind sounding howling around us, so it was supposed to be bad enough that it'll strip the flesh of bones, so rather skin of the body, so it's going to have to do some serious damage. Okay, that's pretty much it. All traces of the road vanish here. Washed away by sand. Right, there's nothing here. Open this. I'd like to rest. All traces of the... Okay. Weary with thirst. Continue southward across the sand. Okay, I guess water is gonna be the next problem then. Only 3 scorpions? Ooh, this is no good. They probably have poison, so...
I will strike you down.
We do no physical damage. The fire damage is 0. Hey, yeah, we do a little bit of physical now. It's just 5 points is absorbed with each strike. So it's basically, I guess, all piercing damage. Yeah. We already know this. Has to apply those slashing damage too, because Larine isn't doing shit. I think we have maybe too weak of an attack, enchantment wise. The wind is getting stronger. Okay, that's a problem. I think we're gonna have to get some cover and just rest things out. We're probably gonna have another dream then. Something about the weavers, maybe. Suddenly the sand begins to swirl. Ooh, it's a storm, tornado. Terrible sandstorm engulfs you. Uh, yeah. The sand blasts you with fury. You must find shelter immediately. We're bleeding constantly. Doesn't matter what this is, I don't think we're gonna get a lot of choices here. Forgotten Tomb. I'll take it. A bigger worry is that we might be buried alive down here. Caught in a terrible sandstorm, I stumbled into some kind of ancient tomb. Do I explore further, or do I rest here to wait out the storm? Why not both? Well, let's take a quick look. We might want to rest anyway. A nameless dread. Forgotten tomb level 1. Yeah. Nameless dread sends shivers down your spine. Oh shit. I'll take a look first. Okay, it seems like if we push further in, we might get trapped inside. The air in the tomb is oppressive and difficult to breathe. Yeah, I think we want to go in better prepared. Skulls and skulls. So I'm not expecting some kind of a high class undead creature. Sands of Faith. Please tell me what you know. Two-faced statue. Hello, looks like a drow. Speak. He finds no rest until the city itself perishes. It is accomplished. The past is freed from its promise. Hail the hope of history. Hail the hope of history. Okay. Within the desert temple, my dreams were again filled with visions. In one, I saw myself pleading with a giant head carved from the desert sand, while the encounter, while the uncounted unborn looked on. I asked it to tell me what it knew, but could not hear the reply. Next, I saw a strange woman standing before a statue of a seated man. She said, "He finds no rest until the city itself perishes." And then finally, I saw myself approaching the ruins of a desert temple, where two ethereal figures spoke to me as one. This is what they said. It is accomplished. The past is free from its promise. Hail the hope of history. Who was that woman? Was it the woman from my earlier dream? What city was she referring to? The Rathanum? And what is the promise from which the past is to be freed? It seems my dreams never provide me with answers, only with more questions. Actually, the woman sort of seemed similar to the shapes I saw as statues in the other parts of the dream. So I don't. I would think she would be a creature
We have
like a
no
fate
choice.
or a
They must
god
be
of some sort,
eliminated.
not some kind of random woman. No, 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 no. No. We're all about the exploration and loot. We're not living here. Forgotten Tomb level 1, so multiple levels, definitely not living.
Gorak, Vu, Mokay. Gorak, Vu, Mokay. Gorak, Vu, Mokay.
Ooh, that's a skeleton trying to escape. Right. I do not think we should be desecrating the tombs of the dead. Oh shit. We should put undead horrors into rest though. And there's a very oppressive feeling in this place, so something's wrong. The pillar is covered with intricate runes. These runes are written in an ancient Akabari dialect. They read, "Lies Nemethis within a tomb of sky, cursed are those who disturb his rest." It says, "Lies Nemethis within a tomb of sky, cursed are those who disturb his rest." That doesn't sound very inviting. Perhaps we should leave this place. Goddamn chicken. Don't worry, Larian. Such threats are common in tombs to scare away potential grave robbers. Nevertheless, we should leave here. It is an affront against the gods to desecrate the tombs of the dead. I I can agree with you that we might not want to rob the tombs. That doesn't mean I still want to take a look around. There's something wrong with this tomb. I think we should explore a little further.
That's not a very good idea.
Of course it is, but if I listen to your ideas, I'll never go anywhere. Use a little bit of light. Yeah, this seems more like a storage facility than any kind of a real tomb. And some of these places have been looted already. Hmm. I'm sort of curious, is there something below these crates?
We have no choice. They must be eliminated.
Are you coming? Constantly stuck somewhere. Can't do this alone. Jesus fuck. Pathfinding in some of these areas is absolutely god awful. Maybe he basically, the previous robber went there, then there, didn't have time to go here, was killed before this. Let their souls rest forever. Guardian statue. Statue depicts a man with the head of a jackal. The stone sarcophagus is carved with the likeness of a warrior. Already open. I'm pretty sure if we go there, the statue is gonna attack us. Let's not disturb the dead then. Might still find other things of interest here. And he's stuck again somewhere.
I ask you to follow me now.
I will attempt it.
You go behind the door. You did.
We have no choice. They must be eliminated.
These footprints are human. They're probably recent, within a week or two. Right. So we're more or less tracking down a previous thief. Seems strange that torches should be lit in this place. Looted, looted, looted. Everything's looted already. Guess we could follow the torches. There's nothing special about the subject. We have the skill to get rid of this shit. It's actually hard to even target. I think this is where the bandit was arrested. Torches, arrows. Journal of Erhun Verhis. This journal is scribbled in very poor handwriting, but you can make out that it was written by an Akabari thief named Erhun Verhis. The journal is not long and describes some of his exploits. The last part discusses a caravan journey from Jalbarat to Hirathanum. The merchant named Gamhead has many interesting items in his possessions, but he seems most interested in protecting a small silver box. I bet there is something very valuable inside. I should very much like to look. Lost. I'm lost. Cards stopped chasing me, but I understand why. The sea of sand is endless. I'm going to die here. Damn that sneaky Gamhead, pretending to be asleep. I hope the bone vultures feast on his entrails. It seems to have found some kind of underground tomb. Very interesting. Cursed are those who enter. Erhun Perhis is not so easily scared. Where there are such warnings, there is also treasure. Tomorrow I will begin my explorations. The first day was quite profitable. On the first level, I found several storage rooms filled with trinkets and gold. I also found a sarcophagus containing some skeletal remains, as well as a fine magical sword. With this weapon, I feel ready to take on whatever awaits down below. Undead. I think I prefer to sneak by them instead of fighting, and I better be more careful. Many of the traps in this place are still active. Tomorrow I will go back to that room with the large doorway. I'm sure it will open if I pull the chain, but I must admit those statues give me the creeps. Right. Well, he has a magical sword of some sort. Hello. Remove curse. Disarm kit. This device, when activated, causes all nearby traps to be disarmed. Single use. Okay. This is wonderful. Probably should put a disarm kit here. Without a doubt, if we have to fight here, I want to clear out the nearby areas of all traps. Oh shit. Forced save game. In many ways, this type of campaign would be interesting to play as a thief without the companions. Because you really have very infrequently do you have to fight anything. Ooh. 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 That's that's a lot of skeletons. He's pretty much immune to their damage though. Right, a warrior should not be a problem for me. He's totally immune to everything except critical hits. So it's a question of how do I want to handle this. I think we're better off basically not doing anything too fancy here.
Taste of my wrath!
I will strike you down, or fall in the attempt.
Let the earth take you! flesh as you should.
Okay, what's wrong with the statues? Just didn't like the look of them, I guess. I want to at least find the thief's body so I can loot it. And traps that we can't disarm really. What is that? Yeah, that's the trap. Probably fairly deadly, so right. Can disarm traps once more and that'll be it. We'll have to rest and get more disarm trap spells at the point. Some places sold the lens of that allows you to cast 3 times per day the trap disarming spell. At this point I would certainly want to buy one of those. I think it wasn't really an issue because Meridak was always there and always had the pixies, so it wasn't a price. Ooh, that's a boulder.
I ask you to follow me now.
Yeah, exactly.
We have no choice. They must be eliminated.
I would imagine a trap like this is not gonna recharge itself magically. Or it requires magic to recharge itself. Normal zombies. Yeah, this shit is... Normal zombies are like opponents for level 1 or 2, guys. Yeah, this is probably gonna crush you if you walk there. Ah, shit. Please don't trigger it. Ooh, it's a ballista trap. Yeah, I'm not quite sure what the trap here is. Here's our thief. A mummy. Mummy has aura of fear. Mummies.
We have no choice. They must be eliminated.
Yeah, this should be a fairly easy fight for us though. I don't want to go there with the arcane archer.
I will strike you down, or fall.
Fear effect tends to last for a long time if they get hit with it. Okay, he pulled the chain. I'm pretty sure about that. That was his plan. The eyes of this statue seem to follow. Okay, we have two statues. Oh, we have four statues. So there's something about these statues. Maybe he made a note. The blade of the resting souls. +2. Divine bonus versus undead. That's basically impossible to block in any way. The sword is enchanted to glow when in the presence of undead. Smoking weed. Arrow madness. On hit confusion. Interesting. Deadly holy trap kit. I use this. Ring of hiding. Worthless. Anket's ring of bravura. Immunity to fear. Negative to wisdom. Potion of greater restoration. Some thieves' tools. Bestow curse. Deadly holy trap kit could be very valuable. Pale elf. Thought that would be a journal. Local resistance. Reflex boots. Ooh. Some trap kits. Lockstone. No, cracked lockstone. +1 tumble. The slender chain bears a lockstone pendant of rough polished agate. Although the stone itself is unfortunately cracked, it ironically still conveys mild protection against physical attack. Okay, we need to do something with the statues. There are torches there that aren't lit. The eyes of this statue seem to follow you around the room. The face has no mouth or nose, only those disturbing eyes. They look incredibly lifelike, as if made of human flesh. Tap one of the eyes with the point of your knife. It seems to be made of stone. Pry out the eyes.
That's not a very good idea.
Do you have a better suggestion? Well, there is definitely something strange about these statues. Their eyes are so disturbing. Indeed. Perhaps we should cover them. I don't like how they look at me. But with what? Perhaps some rags would do the trick? It's a good idea, Larry. I'll look around for some. Yeah, this is the problem with these type of things. Because this is not something you can normally do. So, it's not something you even think about really doing. Tie a rag around the statue's eyes. The statue's eyes are now covered. We need more rags, I guess. Although everyone has clothing, and it's hard to imagine that you couldn't have enough rags. Whatever. I seem to recall seeing rags earlier.
Stand your ground, friends.
I will attempt it.
I'm pretty sure I recall seeing rags earlier. one more. So what am I getting myself into?
We have no choice. They must be eliminated.
Because there's nothing left but to pull the chain. And if you try to open them or bash through them, there's some kind of powerful trap there. Right, so, hello Mr. Skull. Here on the back of your neck rise as you approach the skull. Be something decent here. This is probably the lowest level, I would imagine. Yep. Forced save. Bloody markings.
Stand your ground, friends.
I will attempt it.
We have no choice. They must be eliminated.
Interesting thing here is that they're not relying on the standard traps. Everything seems to be way more dangerous.
The weapons will do me no good here. We have no choice. They must be eliminated.
Sarcophagus. First option is not to desecrate those. Huh. Skulls. Urns full of skulls. Just looking through if there's anything special. You'd think that at least one of these have something. Maybe one of the skulls is remember in this guy's other adventures, he would hide something into this type of place, and in a way that you probably have to actually look the descriptions of the skulls to notice anything out of the ordinary. But I want to do this first, basically see if he's giving me an easy way out of this. No. It's the same idea used multiple times. It could be just skulls, but here's the button. These are all ancient human skulls. So anything out of the ordinary. Non-human skull, deformed skull, something. It could be just human skulls. Basically would get a hint somewhere else to take a look at this place. Or not, you would not be expected to do this. Okay. Ancient human, ancient human. Hmm. They're just ancient human skulls. Just a ton of skulls. Still suspicious of them. The top surface of this golden altar is carved with two figures. The man on the left, wearing a triangular headdress, appears to be administering some spell to the man to the right. The man's arms are crossed and he is wearing a tall crown. Priest. Oh shit.
Taste of my wrath!
Oh, there's a few mummies here. Probably could just destroy the altar, but I think we're gonna do this old-fashioned way. You lost your fire damage, right? I think it's time to switch weapons. That's a little bit of extra divine damage.
We have no choice. They must be eliminated.
Should be too much carry weight, but I want him to have both swords, so 3 pounds. Oh shit. I'm just gonna electrical damage. Goblinoid +1. Oh my god, you don't need this.
Perish as you should!
Is there a way for me to be immune from fear? That's my biggest concern really here. I think there was a -2 wisdom, right? That's acceptable. Worst case scenario is that I can't properly function. Zombie Lords, Skeleton Warriors. Yeah, this is interesting. Cursed Swordsman. Oh fuck. Forgot that I have
Perish
shield.
as you should.
I want some extra armor class here.
Let the earth take you.
How much did they need to hit me? I need the exact value so I know how much armor I need. It's basically a critical hit. 22? What the fuck? 32 armor class. Someone's cheating again. Why are you being killed? Where the fuck are you taking damage? I'm guessing because they're basically doing blunt damage. He has no real protection against them. Yeah, and I'm getting critical hits too. Right, the warrior mummies are good enough.
Perish as you should.
Stone skin. I usually don't do this, but I think we're in a bad enough situation. Right. Do. Yeah, I think we need some area of effect love here. Right, so warrior mummies that are a troublesome bunch. Their attacks also come right through my stone skin. I guess they have enough of a bonus to their critical attacks that it's doesn't really help. We'll keep the smaller trash in check though. Okay.
Perish as you should.
Yeah, we're not gonna survive this. The problem is the stone skin does nothing against the warrior mummies. Still, I think I helped the situation quite a bit. Weapon ineffective. Right. Okay, there's basically one warrior mummy still left. I don't have enough attack magic to get rid of him though. Might be able to use magic missiles, but I don't think so. I think I will do. Don't come after me, shit. Guess I'm entertaining this warrior mummy now. Heal failure. I guess it refers to trying to heal the disease. And all warrior mummies are coming after me. Thank you very much. What exactly are you doing? He's killing this worthless mummies that are not a problem. Okay, I don't think I can do all that much. I do have flame strike, but it's be very risky to use it here. This will just fight these guys. He's fighting the zombie lord who has stone skin and everything. Could you guard me or something? Switch targets. Let's kill the warrior mummy.
Let perish as you should. Taste them. Let the earth take you.
Been good. Can I save his ass? Warrior mummy has to go first. It's the only real danger we have here. Oh, that's interesting. A bit better positioning, maybe putting an elemental protection on him and then using him as bait and fireballing him. That would have been basically, I think, the most efficient way to get rid of the trash and weaken the stronger ones. Now we have the real fight still left. Shit. I'm going to try to use darkness here. We have to be careful with it though. You could be in a slightly better shape too. How the fuck do you get through this? Ooh, there's suppose a torch there. It seems like there's a passage there. They'd work only one way. Yeah, this is... we can't get here or there from here.
I ask you to follow me now.
I will attempt it.
We have no choice.
I think one of these sarcophagus has to have a pathway forward. Golden scepter. This is a scepter made of pure gold. Okay. Hello. Spilled liquid. This liquid smells like embalming fluid. Well, no shit. Is there a way to weaken him? Ancient tome is incomprehensible to you, but the diagrams within suggest that it must be about the art of necromancy. Lesser restoration. Potion of heal. Our first potion of heal. Crap. Do we need to do something with the altar or what? Can't see him. Maybe you don't attack him. The elemental damage is the only thing that goes through. Protection from good. He's so fucking well protected. These are the situations where I wish we had the breach spell. We do about, what, 7 points of damage with 2 hits. I think I'll still do the darkness. I need protection from negative energy immediately. I think this will end up favoring me more than him. He is borderline impossible to interrupt though, so I'm not sure how much help this is gonna be. He's doing divine damage on us, so there's no way I can block that shit. Cannot do this in your state. Right. Still drink potions, I think. I make him drink potions? Oh, this is not gonna be good. Kill it, kill it, kill it. Paralysis. So, unless we kill him pretty much immediately, Larian is gonna die. Instant death spell. Invisibility purge. What the fuck, dude? That. Ah, yeah, that was pretty bad. Paralysis is pretty much guaranteed death. Dexterity 3. Amulet of Unidentifiedness. We need to rest. Looks like there's still one more level. Probably the king is there. Yeah, the funny thing is this the worst of it, or is it gonna get worse? At the same time, we're getting very close to getting our next all-important level up. Yeah, the paralysis even lasts forever. Man with the left, wearing the triangular headdress. The priest. Appears to be administering some spell on the man to the right. Man's arms are crossed and he's wearing a tall crown. Animate. Identify. Resurrection. Hmm.
There is something of interest here.
Torch mounts. Appears to be movable, no shit. Why can't I move it? You have a very bad feeling about going any further. Excellent. That's what I want to hear.
I am weighted down too heavily, I fear.
So, we had trouble with the High Priest. What could possibly be worse than that? Almost anything that has magical protections, because we have to seek them all out. I'm expecting similar situation as with the Hive Mother in this. We're more better equipped, but basically the game keeps telling us you probably should stop. We've gotten some cool things out of this. There's a couple of items I haven't been able to identify. But I don't recall how many. If we get a victory out of this, we're gonna get more. I need more strength to even move at this point. Should have dumped the fireballs and put 2 more hastes on there. We're not gonna get through with the fireballs. And it's a massive level. Shit. Looks like a maze rather than anything. Yeah. Maze. more amazing than anything else. A sphinx! This granite pillar is engraved with the images of a man in robes who wears upon his head a tall jeweled crown. Below his feet are drawn hundreds of small body parts, including his arms and legs. This granite pillar is engraved with images of hundreds of men carrying and transporting a great variety of items, including chests of gold and treasure, livestock, silks and crafted items, and even carts laden with slaves. Should I just go here? So, we need to do something about the Sphinx. Not much I can do, so let's rush it to see what happens. Two Sphinxes? Of course. They're dispelling my enchantments. Doesn't matter. I need to get rid of one of them. There we go. Still doing slashing damage, so we'll be okay. And the attack bonuses are still maintained. See invisibility. If you want to continue fighting, please. I do something. No. Almost 840 experience points from this fight alone. Yeah, we're pretty likely looking at a level up if we manage to complete this. Then, starting to be a bit short on healing. Voice speaks in your head. This gate opens only for the dead. We have the animate death spell. I seem to recall us having the animate death somewhere else too. Maybe in an item that's reusable. That doesn't matter that much. This ancient sarcophagus is adorned with the carved likeness of a sleeping man. In his right hand he holds an ivory scepter, in his left he holds a twisting snake. Yeah, this is the big bad guy. We'll go there and then there's a massive amount of treasure. Crystal bottles. Right. Chopping block. Additional sarcophaguses. Some kind of spirit. A ghostly skull floats here in the air. Its gaze follows you around the room. trapped. The stone doors have shut and I am trapped. What a fool I am. I hope I can find a way to open them again, for I do not wish to join the undead spirits of this place. I think I'm gonna use a mountain of gold there. I'm gonna use a disarm trap kit. Nothing. Good. We are not getting out. Excellent. I need to talk to the spirit, see what happens. Assuming we need to do a ritual here. Jar holding the remains of the dead. How would you even get to the other side here? Few jewels, potential gold, sapphires, rubies. Okay, let's talk to the spirit. In the adjoining room, you see a mind-boggling pile of treasure. I'm guessing we don't get any of that. It's there just to tempt us. Great is the power of Nimativ, eternal is his spirit. What are you? Unsilenced is his voice. You are the voice of Nimativ. His voice can be heard even while he himself rests. He's resting. Deep is the slumber of the king, profound are his dreams. How can I wake him? No. Seems like, please wake him. Only the living can wake the great Nimativ. How can I wake him? The bones of the king walk eternal, but reassembled they may be. Go on. Place the sacred bones of the king within his sarcophagus. Thus shall his frame be reformed. According to the spirit of the tomb, to wake the undead king Nimativ, I must first reassemble his skeleton by placing his bones within the sarcophagus. Yeah, this might not have been a good idea. A great deal of blood has seeped into this chopping block. This is a fine silver goblet. A knife lies nearby. The cup is very old and quite ornate, probably worth a fortune. Some kind of ritual. The knife edge is covered in very old dried blood. Raven, dog, dragon, tiger. You can see something scurrying around inside the fine crystal bottle. The bottle appears to contain small golden scarabs. The scarab is madly trying to get out of the bottle toward you, but the walls are too smooth. A pair of rusty pliers lies here. There is some very old blood on the tips. So, what exactly do you want me to do? Or the ritual might have been completed a long time ago. Can I ruin it? So, probably need to place each organ in the correct container. Ah, We need to defeat this parts. How exactly is this gonna work? I mean, it's not hostile now. Seriously? Defeat the wandering bones. Well, I did not expect this.
Perish as you should.
They're worth a decent amount of experience too. Feel free to join in the fight. Ancient human skull. You notice that it is missing one of its teeth. You notice one finger is missing. Right. These are the bones of the right leg. Left leg. Left arm is missing a finger. Right. I think that's at most a warm-up if we're gonna have to fight here. Complete now is the scaffold of the great Nimativ. Bones exude a strong magical aura. So I'm basically making his body, that's what I'm doing. Complete now is the scaffold of the king, but the sacrifices are yet to be made. What sacrifices? The blood of the king has long seeped away. Requires he new blood. What new blood? Blood of she who dares enter his sanctum. He wants my blood. Never. Then endless shall be your rest here. Very well, then how does Nimativ plan to take my blood? Silver cup rests upon an altar. A knife lies nearby. Cut yourself and let the blood flow to fill the cup. Then pour the blood into the jar and with the raven's head. Symbol of warm vitality. What then? Missing is a tooth from the king's holy skull. A new tooth is necessary to make the face complete. You want one of my teeth? The tooth has been provided, lying upon the dark altar. You mean... Yeah, the tool, right. You mean the pliers there? You want me to pull my own tooth? Place the tooth within the jar with the dog's head, symbol of honorable ferocity. Next. Lost is the small finger on the left hand of the great Nimativ. Want me to cut off a finger? Ready is the axe. True shall be your aim. Unforgiving is his judgment. Place you the finger within the jar with the tiger's head, symbol of graceful power. And then, I suppose the next step involves the crystal bowl. Even the holy life-giving elan of the eternal nemesis can dissolve across the millennia. Lost it is the time. What is elan? The very life force that sets the heart to beat. That is elan. Want to draw away my very life force? Trapped is the golden scarab within this crystal bottle. Eternal is its hunger. Swallow the scarab. Allow it to burrow through your veins and to your heart. There it will feed. When it is full at last, it will exit again through your mouth and fall satiated into your hand. Place it within the jar of the dragon's head, symbol of eternal endurance. It's horrible. I refuse to do it. But the sacrifices are yet to be fulfilled. I'll not mutilate myself in this way. Heavy is the price of trespass, great is the anger of Nimativ. Right. I don't think we have a choice here. Still, we might be able to get around this somehow. It's a lot of block doors, and I doubt I can do anything about them.
Sir.
Yeah, it would be way too easy. Right, nothing's gonna be effective. Basically invulnerable.
My weapons will do me no good
Weapons
here.
can't do anything to anything.
My weapons will do me no good here.
I don't think it'll basically make any kind of real difference. But yeah. Either you do the ritual or you're not gonna be able to do anything. The problem is that he's now attacking me. I'll complete the ritual. I can't figure out another way to get out of here, and I don't want to basically cheat my way out of here in that I never came here. Okay. Blood. This was the raven. Oh, yay. He's getting stronger by the sacrifice. Um, didn't want that tooth anyway. Charisma reduced. Where did we need to put the tooth? Dog, I think. But glad I didn't make a sorcerer. Okay, how big is the fucking tooth? I think there was a very tooth-looking icon about. What else? Needs a finger. Dexterity reduced. Oh, that's gonna hurt. I think that's a tiger. So, how big is a finger and what does it look like? Maybe I could just put a knuckle bone there. I mean, why not? Not quite. Where the fuck is my finger? I'm assuming it looks similar to a knuckle bone. Yeah, we have a finger somewhere, but what does it look like? I don't imagine it's too big of an item, so I think I've probably skipped it already. Okay, what does a finger look like? Thing here looks like a finger. That's a finger. Could imagine I'm gonna lose experience out of this. Probably should heal myself, by the way. This could hurt. This could hurt. Constitution reduction. Golden scarab. Uh, how big is it? What does it look like? Jesus fuck. It's so frustrating hunting these items. There. Complete now is the scaffold of the king. Symbol are the sacrifices. And so come now together the bone and the body of great Nimativ, and make their final demand. What final demand? Approach you the visage of great Nimativ, obey his command. Skeleton of Nimativ is now merged with his entrails. Spiked tongue is extending toward you. Excellent. The foul creature bends forward and buries its tongue in your chest. Your character has gained enough experience for a level up. Tried to do a level drain, but I was immune to that effect. This is gonna be fun. The ancient king Nimativ now stands before you, complete at last. Hasted, buffed to all hell. Pretty much immune to everything, spell immunity, spell resistance, true seeing, concealed, spell level absorption. Yeah, this is gonna be fun. I don't want to level up, I might lose the skeleton chieftain. Okay. Okay. Welcome, fools. Welcome to my domain. I wish to speak with you. What do you want? Demand, yeah. Demand all you want. I don't think this is a fight we can win. I still want to see how badly we're gonna get our ass kicked. Big thing is that I don't see that this has there hasn't even been built any access to this loot, so you're never gonna get that. That's this is a hopeless fight, and let's fight it once at least. I'm ignoring Ania. You will listen, foul creature.
Beware. You risk your very life.
I am not afraid. Then you should be, mortal, for you have only begun to feel my wrath. My hunger is greater than you can imagine. You have not yet repaid your trespass. What more do you want? I demand tribute. What kind? Items of power, items of worth. I will not bargain with the undead. Be reasonable, my friend. We cannot fight this monster. We have defeated his minions. We can slay him as well. Yeah, good luck with this. Strike at me, mortal, and you strike at yourself. I'm not afraid. You should be. I am made now from your own very flesh and bone, filled with your blood, imbued with your own elan. You cannot harm me without harming yourself. I'll defeat you nonetheless. I will rip you to shreds. We shall see. This is a absolutely hopeless fight. You might be able to cheat your way through this somehow. The big problem is it's probably a high level caster, so it's basically going to slaughter us in seconds. Evasion might be our only hope in that case. That's Spectre.
We have no choice. They must be eliminated.
We have no protection from instant death, which is another problem. Yeah, I'm taking damage every time. Ooh, is time stuck? Seriously? Yeah. This is not gonna last long. still.
I ask you to follow me now.
Does it work the other way around too? I mean, if I hurt myself, do I hurt him? Or is it just a one-way street? How do you hurt yourself? That's the last thing. That still means someone has to survive though. And I don't really have a convenient means of hurting myself. Because I can't command even my own guys to hurt myself. Even if I die, that wouldn't be a problem because they would probably take a scroll off of my body and revive me. They also gave me a resurrection scroll earlier on. Returns a single target corpse alive with full hit points. Wonder if this sort of shit works on him. He's at full health, so it doesn't really work the other way around. There's a massive amount of regeneration too. That's sort of what I find odd, is that basically you only work it in one direction. How can you justify doing that?
Gods have mercy upon my failing spirit. Ah!